Today, I'm breaking down your whole wrestling career into 3 phases, and we're going to cover the 3 things that you've got to phase out along the way. I'm Mike Quackenbush, and this is Till We Make It. Here on my channel, I make videos for fellow professional wrestlers at every single stage of their career. And I do this because when I was just starting out in professional wrestling, I had no mentor to guide me, and I had no coach to teach me. Not for the first 3 years I was active as a wrestler. And the lack of that veteran wisdom, experience, and knowledge during my formative years played a real role in my failure to achieve my ultimate career goal. I don't want you to fail for lack of access to experience or knowledge. That's why I am collecting this community repository of wrestling know-how right here on Till We Make It. And if you've not yet joined the Till We Make It tribe, subscribe down below or take your support of my mission to the next level by joining my community over on Patreon. There, you're going to get access to my weekly exclusive just for my patrons, as well as my massive back catalog of things like essays, live classes, book excerpts, and podcasts from years gone by, all for as little as $5 a month. Today, I want to help you to navigate around some real potholes that is on the journey. It's on the road to success of every single professional wrestler. And to help us, I want to break down your entire wrestling career into 3 phases: the apprentice phase, the working pro phase, and the veteran phase. Up first, during your apprentice phase, I want you to phase out match types which are stunting your professional growth. So this is directed right at you rookies out there who are stuck in scramble matches or battle royals for your first 40, 50, or 60 pro matches. Now don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with being in a 9-way scramble match here and there, or being booked into a battle royal every once and again. But if these are the only types of matches that you are being booked in, you need to have a sit-down conversation with somebody in charge. And when it comes time to have that conversation, it might sound something like this. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me. I really want to be able to grow as a performer so that I can become more of an asset to the roster. But I feel like there's only so much I can learn by being put in battle royals time and time again. What would it take for me to earn a spot in a singles match or a tag team match? And after you've said just that much, take it from your old pal Mike, you are going to shut up. You're not going to continue to make the case. You're not going to try and justify the ask. You're going to shut up and just wait. Even if the room falls silent for a few uncomfortable moments, you are not going to say anything more. You're going to listen to see what comes back. And as long as the answer from the person in charge isn't something like, "Get out of my office," or "You're fired," then you're about to begin the process of phasing those matches out. For the purpose of today's discussion, we're going to call the second phase of your pro wrestling career the working pro phase. And this is when you turn into a road warrior. You're out there making towns and hustling for bookings. And the more that you start to travel the circuit, the more likely that you're going to fall into carpool situations with people who are from your general area or whom you happen to pass on the way to recurring bookings. And if these new traveling mates of yours are people who evince poor locker room etiquette, evince unprofessional behavior, or have cultivated a poor reputation for themselves, you are going to start to phase them out of your circle. Take it from me, if people start to form a mental association between that circle of people and you, even if you always have good locker room etiquette, even if you always evince complete professionalism, in some corners you will become guilty by association. Some of that dirt is gonna end up on your windshield. And if you are out there traveling the highways and byways with a carload of losers, there's a chance people are going to start to think you're a loser too. And this might mean you're going to come up with a few polite excuses why you cannot travel with them to the next show or the next booking or the next whatever, so that you can begin to distinguish yourself from that group of people. And up third, let's talk about that veteran phase of your pro wrestling career. Seasoned vets out there, I know sometimes it feels like I have forgotten about you on this channel. I assure you, I have not. And the one I want to share with you now, it hits a little too close to home. Let me explain. I want you to phase out of your life the people who consistently make you feel terrible. Maybe we keep these people around because they used to be our traveling mates back in the day. We had a few cups of coffee together, we took some bumps, and we had some laughs years ago. But every time you get together or talk to them, they end up making you feel like crap. Recently, I had to do this to a guy I've known for years. Is he a bad guy? No, not at all. Is he out to get me? No, not at all. But every time we have a phone conversation for more than 2 minutes, he finds a way to make me feel terrible about myself. And when I thought back about tons of our past interactions over the years, I realized he's kind of always done that. We'd get together for lunch, and I would leave feeling terrible about the direction of my career. And I don't need that. Life's hard enough. You don't need it either. Is there someone in your life that always ends up dragging you down into the dirt with every interaction? Cut them loose. Phase them out. You don't need them. If a long career in professional wrestling is where you're at or where you're headed, let me recommend the video appearing up here, which is about longevity in professional wrestling. And because mental health is a topic we are not talking about enough in pro wrestling right now, I want to take this opportunity to recommend the video appearing down here to you, which is about mental health and the impact of social media.